Hey guys, Noel here, and it is Tuesday, and before we go about our business for the day, I thought it would be fun to do some video game reviews for the video game review section of the YouTube channel. If you followed the channel, you know that I recently uploaded yet another take of Strahl for the 3DO and Sega Saturn, and that's what's going to happen again right now. Stay tuned to the channel, because Dennis Miller's That's News to Me on the 3DO is a review that's going to be coming immediately after this one. But I got up this morning, I was checking out some videos on the channel, and I saw that during the Strahl review that I did, I was trying not to wake up my family, and therefore that made me put the volume on the monitor lower, and I realized that you really can't hear a lot of what's going on in the game. So, without further ado, let's do a new take of Strahl, also known as Chansey's and Triad Stone, in the Laserdisc format. So, the big reason I wanted to do a new Strahl video is because during the old Strahl video, I didn't talk anything about the history of this game, and I really liked this game, and I thought it would be good to know a little bit about the background of this game. So, in the 1980s, there were a lot of Laserdisc arcade games like Dragon's Lair or Time Gal or Road Blaster, which expect a review for Road Adventure on Sega CD coming soon on the channel. So, Strahl was originally developed by Data East as one of these games called Chansey's Stone, and for whatever reason it didn't get released, which is really disappointing because someone had stumbled across the Laserdisc footage of Chansey's Stone at some shop in Japan, and has since then uploaded all of that footage onto YouTube, and it looks really, really beautiful. So, I highly recommend checking out Chansey's Stone Laserdisc footage on YouTube. Sega, who had a deal with Pioneer for the Pioneer Laser Active, which was an interactive Laserdisc player, it was a cross between a video game and a Laserdisc player, kind of like how PlayStation 2 was a DVD player / game console, except PlayStation 2 had a lot more emphasis on gaming. Sega acquired the rights to Chansey's Stone from Data East and dubbed it Triad Stone, and added some live-action video footage to kind of create a story that framed all the beautiful animated footage. The animated footage came from Toei Animation, and you find people who brought us, Fist of the North Star, Dragon Ball, etc., etc. So, shortly after, this is 1994, when Triad Stone gets released on the Laser Active. In 95, we get this game re-released again by the fine people at Media Entertainment, and release the game under a new name called Strahl, with a new story on the 3DO console and the Sega Saturn. The big difference with Chansey's Stone / Triad Stone and Strahl is that with Triad Stone, you're a character named Ash, fighting an evil king, trying to get back these magic stones. And with Strahl, you are a guy who encounters God in the form of a beggar who challenges you to a bunch of tasks to prove if you can be a great man of history. Strahl has apparently got something close to 50 endings. I have not seen all 50 endings, but let's show you a little bit of some of the gameplay footage and have a nice, hopefully concise, enjoyable review of my favorite full-motion video game, the beautifully animated Strahl. Let's start out with the 3DO version, which I would argue has a slightly clearer picture than the Saturn version. I'm going to hit the lights here. But we'll see the pros and cons. Here's Strahl here, so we'll get it started here. My 3DO's disc spinner is acting kind of funky, so it takes me... There we go. It takes me a while to get some games started here. So, the cool thing about the 3DO version of this game here is you will start off getting a very cool series of anime pencil drawings giving you the backstory of the game.
Alex Hockfield is an ordinary young man.
Now, on the Saturn version, you will get colored pictures.
One day, he saves an old man who was nearly dying at the entrance to the village.
With Japanese language, since the Saturn version was only released in Japan.
He disguises himself as an old man so that he can travel the world in secret. The creator noticed that Alex possessed the ability to become a world conqueror and challenged him with the following words. Thou may become king if ye choose. Dare ye test thy power?
So the Japanese voice actors, I think, sound a bit more fluid. But again, I really enjoy this artwork here. Now in Triad Stone, and there's video footage. There's nothing drawn or anything like that. It shows clips of caves and thunder and lightning. Now the Saturn version does not have that picture of Alex like that. You'll also notice that the Saturn and 3DO versions have different stage select screens. I think the stage select screen on the 3DO version is a bit more involved and slightly more aesthetically pleasing. But again, that's up to you.
O child of mortal man, who dares defy the gods, endure our test.
3DO is hooked up to the 1084S Commodore 64 monitor going through Monster S Video, because I don't believe 3DO can output RGB SCART. The Saturn version will be going to RGB SCART on a Panasonic PVM, which we now have in the game room, which is exciting.
But child of mortal man, forget ye not that the fate of the world lies in thy hands.
So now to start off Strahl, you're going to get 3 levels, and then once you beat one of those levels, more levels will open up, and you'll start to get little clips about how civilization is developing because of what you're doing here. Let's go to the Golem level. You also can choose between a snake level and, that's the snake level, and this forest level here, but let's do the Golem level. And again, you're going to basically have to just do a quick time series of events. Let's watch here, see how I do. So, in that version right there, I just judo through that golem there, and in there there's nothing other than me judo throwing it. On the Pioneer version, it'll scream, "More power, more power." Okay, so that should be the level. Alright, there we go. And there we have it. That's the first level of Strahl. Now, I want to show you guys a little bit of the Saturn version. Both the Saturn version and the 3DO versions have these nice little things here. People are starting to build their houses on flat surfaces in order to make a living. Fantastic. All right, let's move our camera here. And we will take a look at the Sega Saturn version of Strahl, which is playing through our Panasonic monitor here. And as we see on the Saturn version, we have 3 options here, easy, normal, and hard. The 3DO version, I believe, is a little more forgiving with the controls. The Saturn version is a little more picky about your timing, so I like to play this game on easy. As far as I can tell, there's no real difference in the endings or anything like that if you play it on easy, normal, or hard. So let's get some Saturn gameplay going here. I'm just adjusting our camera here like so. And let me turn the 3DO volume down and get the Saturn volume up. Okay. So now, we'll hit easy. And here's the Saturn opening.
アレクシス・ホークフィールドは静かで平和な村に暮らすごく普通の青年である。ある日彼は村の入り口で行き倒れ寸前の一人の老人を助ける。
So, I don't know. I like this opening almost as much, or maybe as much as the 3DO version.
世を忍ぶ仮の姿であった。アレクシスの中に世を制する者の資質を見出した創造主は彼に向かってこう言った。汝が望みさえすれば神にもなれよ。その力試してみたくはないかと。自分が神になれる。それは強い憧れとなってアレクシスの心を捉える。次の瞬間、創造主が手に持った杖を一振りすると辺り一面に光が満ち溢れ、彼の姿をかき消すように包み込んでいった。こうして彼の長い試練の旅は始まった。
So there's a pretty intense flicker effect happening right now that you can't see because of the camera. It's honestly, it's a little hard on the eyes, and I could see potentially causing epilepsy problems. I'm not even being over the top. It's just there's a lot of crazy flickering happening on the screen right now. So again, we start off choosing one of 3 levels, which is then going to expand the game into a lot of other levels here. But the cool thing about the Saturn version is you can see all the different levels right off the bat here. Let's check out, I really like this level right here, but let's actually check out this snake level, because this is one of the things we can choose to start off with, like in the 3DO version. So right there, my timing was slightly off on getting over that log there. So we'll do one more attempt here, and then we'll just call it a day. At the end of each level, you will see getting the stones, which is not in the Laserdisc version. The Laserdisc versions of this game have more footage. Although I should point out I haven't actually played the Laserdisc version of the game, I've just seen the footage of people playing the game on YouTube and saw the Japanese Laserdisc of Chansey's Stone. Nope. Darn it. Yeah, the Saturn version, it is beatable, but the timing on it is quite tricky. So what I'd like to do right now is I want to show you guys the opening of this game here. So we'll just reset the Saturn. This is the Japanese game that I have here, so we have to use a Code Action Replay to boot it up.
Media Entertainment.
I love that sound. Yeah, so here's the attract sequence of Strahl. It's very nice. And again, the Sega Saturn looks great going through RGB SCART. So if you have an opportunity to do that with your Sega Saturn, I highly recommend it. This opening is also on the 3DO version, identical. Now, while the Saturn version, is a little bit trickier in terms of your timing, it really is, once you get the hang of it, not hard to play, at least on the easy setting, which is what I recommend playing it on. But if you want to challenge yourself, try it on normal or hard. Yeah, my friend, this is his 3DO that I've been borrowing for the last 4 years. He got a 3DO off of eBay with a shoebox full of video games, and the game that we just were playing a ton was Strahl, seconded by Dennis Miller's That's News to Me. And Gex, too, is in there, which is pretty cool. So... there we have it, guys. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully this will be the last take we do of Strahl. If I get a Pioneer Laser Active, if I get a Pioneer Laser Active, I will definitely try to get my hands on Chancy Stone and do a review of that. In the meantime, I highly recommend checking out anything you can find on Chancy Stone and Triad Stone on YouTube, including the Japanese commercials. They're really, really cool. So until next time, guys, my name's Noel. You take care of yourselves. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.